So here we've got a couple of river birch. We actually have a little bosque of river birch here. And the idea is we want to get these to a size and shape where we have just a little bit of filtered light coming through onto the tables as people enjoy spring and fall weather here. So this one I need to get away from the roadway here, and I also want to do just a little bit of thinning. You have to be really careful that you don't over thin. You always again remember your 20% rule on pruning, but if you take off everything of these interior branches, again, you're restricting the calorie potential of the tree to feed itself. So you really want to be careful about that. River birch behind us there has a little bit of damage left over from the storm we're going to take care of. So I need this to come a little bit away. Eventually we'll leg this up a little bit, but right now I'm just going to go back and we're going to pick a couple of obvious places at unions so I don't have just a bunch of plain dead material at the end, and do a light pruning here. Okay. And you see how I've left some terminal growth on these, right? So this one's already starting to turn up. I like that, but I'm going to take this one back to here. Okay, so we'll get it away from the roadway a little bit, and I want a little more light to come in. So I'm going to take away a couple of interior branches here to get a little bit of light in. Then next year again, so I don't overdo it now, I'll leg these up a little bit. Okay. Okay, start to thin that out a little bit, and that's the shape and pattern I want on this particular tree. And so at any given point, as long as you're not over pruning, a lot of this is subjective. Do you want it to be a little more dappled light in there? Do you want this to grow thickly and shade itself and stay a little more squat? By doing this, I'm going to start slowly encouraging some upright growth habit, okay? And then we'll move over to this one, and we'll talk about some of the dead tissue we're going to cut out. So over here, you can see we've got some damaged trees. We've still got some life in it, but these took a beating in the windstorm, both derecho and barrel, right? And so I've got this downward growth here that I don't like at all. It's not a great shape. I'm going to take that off right about here for now. And this damaged tissue will start taking off. Okay? When it's holding on to these brown dead leaves like this, that's a really good sign you've got tissue death. I'm going to go ahead and take this whole branch off here. It's growing down to the ground. It's going to create us problems. I know I'm going to have to take it off sooner or later. We might as well do that now, okay? And I'm going to clear out all of this dead tissue. You see I got a broken branch here. So we'll just take that off there. Got damaged tissue here. And I can just reach that one. Okay. And then again, we want to start lifting this up a little bit so that next year we'll do it further, and eventually we'll get to where you can actually walk under these. These will grow more upright and then spread, so you'll have a different shape. It'll be the morphology we want, and it'll also do what we want in terms of how we plan on using this space. So when you plant your tree, think of what you want that tree to do. Right now, we want these trees to grow up and provide dappled light, mixed shade on these chairs here as people use them. So if you just let them grow and do whatever they want, these are going to be short and really wide. That's what this tree wants to do. So trees in the built environment have to be pruned and shaped to do what you want them to do relative to your home, your driveway, your street, the power lines, the underground structure, that sort of thing. Particularly when the trees are young, the light pruning is easily done by the average homeowner, right? It's not a problem, and there are numerous videos and guides on the internet that can help walk you through this sort of thing. Do the right tree in the right place in terms of what that species wants to do and how it wants to grow and what its canopy and root structure is. You plant it in the right location in terms of power lines and sidewalks in your driveway and those sorts of things. And then you do regular light maintenance on your own wherever possible. And then once the trees get bigger, of course, always consult a professional. When you have a large tree, let's say it's a 50-foot oak, you know, that's the size of a 5-story building. You really need to have a professional look at, if not every year, at least every other year, to make sure the tree is healthy, the tree is safe, and it's not endangering either you or your property. And when done right, you greatly remediate the risk in terms of you having a problem later on down the road. It's really quite easy and quite affordable when done as a part of a regular maintenance regimen.